Dad, are you doing the whole thing live?
Yes, legend.
Why can't I hear him?
Okay, but hey,
Hold on. Can you hear yourself on there?
no, I hear nothing. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing. No bump.
Is there a delay?
But look, this is not streaming.
It's streaming now.
Oh, it finally. Okay, it wasn't
Can you turn that up, please?
all the way up. Okay, let's go live since they can hear us.
3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everybody. We are excited to have you. My name is Scott Mendenhall, and we are working with the new soundboard today, so we don't know when things are paused or live. My name is Scott, as I already said. You can tell a little flustered. Here is Lily.
I was like, you're in any. Okay, my name is Lily. I just won like 2 races. I'm just
We're rolling with
in
it.
dubs.
If you clicked over from our one-wheel race, thank you so much for hanging with us. We are not alone. We got Lily. We're going to talk about that in 1 second. We do want to say happy 4th of July to everyone. Lily brought sparklers for us, so we're going to do that in a second. But on the other side of the studio, we have a special guest and Joey. Joey, what do you know about the race today? And introduce who you're sitting with.
What's up? So before I get to the race, this is Jay, Scott's brother-in-law.
How you doing? Nice to be here with everyone. I would like to say this too. Happy 4th of July. What an amazing day to celebrate our country.
Absolutely. But the race, I mean, ridiculous. All I got to say is you better be writing in the comments right now because we got to like change. I should get the W on that spontaneous race that I made up. Scott held my shorts for about...
Yeah, we want to hear.
It's ridiculous.
We want to hear everybody's complaints about it. As
I do want to hear their complaints.
Because no one really wrote anything in the chats, and so they obviously felt like it was fair game. I did not push you. I held on to your shorts for a second. Maybe I was falling over and I needed to hold on to something. You really saved my life there,
Worry
Joey.
about your own race, man.
And then
Oh.
I sabotaged everything because I gave Lily another win. Like
Yes.
that gave you she has a commanding lead.
Yeah,
I'm glad Lily won, though.
Yeah.
What?
You guys better
I'll just-
watch out.
I'll just say
Come in.
it appeared fair to me.
Thank you,
Fair.
Jay. Jay is a level-headed
That's
man.
fine, Jay, that it appeared fair to you, but they both still lost. So
Yeah, that's true
all
as well.
in favor for just like me benefiting to all of that. Say aye.
I would like. Oh, somebody's writing there. Good morning. It was crazy how long your hair was. I already feel Scott ancient history in the
Yeah,
long
it
hair
does
version.
feel like ancient
And
history.
because that was filmed like 3-4 weeks ago, and I did have cut my hair, and we haven't really posted any other videos on our YouTube channel yet to really.
So YouTube is still in the past, actually. Besides it on this channel.
Right, but they don't know that I've cut my hair yet. This week we're gonna drop a video on my channel about the new one-wheel fender. It's pretty sweet for pints. Maybe we'll give one away. Good to see Kyle V in the chat. Dan, thank you for letting us know you could hear us earlier. Yeah, that was technology.
But what matters is that you can hear us now.
Yeah, Ryan
this is
Richards,
what
good to have you in the chat. We have mostly Jen and Michael. Good to see you in the chat as well. We have Kayla. We have Sarah Briggs, Mary McClendon. We got lots of people.
Good. Hi, guys.
Okay, so if you're in the United States, happy July 4th. If you're not in the United States, bear with us today as we bust out the red, white, and blue and do sparklers inside. What could possibly go wrong with this? So to sell it, I don't know why, but we just feel like we should light these. But Joey, as I just read through any of the comments, no one is writing a complaint. No one's filing a complaint about the way I rode. They're just
Okay.
talking about how long my hair was.
Well, then I just got to get better and get stronger and not let that happen.
Somebody's saying, somebody's
Get
cheering
better.
on Team Lily and Scott, which we have another Scott and Lily race, well, team race, later on in the series. You're like, we do? Yeah, it's the president's race.
That one is a fun one.
However,
Get ready for another potential W.
next week, the race we start with is probably the most epic race we've ever done.
It's epic, all right. It made me terrified, but it's fine.
Joey, right? We start next week. You don't want to be late because next week is gonna be off the chain,
Off the chain.
right, Joe?
Off the chain. Yes.
Yeah.
Joey, do you win?
I'm not saying. I'm not going to ruin it.
Was it fair?
Probably
was
not.
fair. No, I
I
would
don't think-
actually say that one
I-
was fair.
I mean, life's
I
not
would
fair,
say
but
that
I
one
don't
was
think any
fair.
of our races are
What?
fair.
This is absurd.
I think they plan against me every race.
They? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Lily and I sit in the office all weekend. How can we make
Yeah,
Joey
exactly.
lose?
If
There
you
is
think
no
I-
they, Joey. There is no they.
There is no they. It's
Yeah.
just Scott Mendenhall and friends. And if you think I had anything to do with next week's race, you're crazy. Just come back and watch.
I have nothing to. I did not
Actually,
play
yeah.
next week's race.
I wouldn't do it again.
All
but
right.
I probably would have to.
Lily,
Conquer
would you
my fear.
please throw or give some sparklers? Let's this is a good idea, right? Like to do this. Somebody tell us if this is a bad idea. You'll stop us,
Hey,
right?
those are neon sparklers.
Yeah,
too.
they don't really. They're like, why are they not lighting? How long do I have to put a fire? Oh, Lil, here we go. There we go. Proud to be an American right there.
Some big sparklers.
That is huge. You got to get yours lit before mine goes all out.
I'm
We're trying to have
working
all
on
of
it.
us. It's rapidly going down.
Lily's shaking.
Hey,
Let's go, Lily.
Are we gonna sing? Yeah,
what,
I'm
what,
a little shaky.
what are we singing?
Too much caffeine, not enough food.
What would you, Lily? What would you like to sing?
Just
I'm proud
Help her out.
To be
Yeah.
an American.
All right. There we go. We got two sparklers. We're lighting it up today.
All right.
Don't let the sparks hit the.
Wait, these are not neon. They're just neon in the stick.
Well, you know what? Most people
Lame.
light these in the dark.
Do you think they'd be? Do you think they're glow in the dark? This is so fun.
I think so. I don't know. Glow in the
You're
dark.
too close to me.
I am.
Look at those two. Whoa, we got.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
proud
Nice.
to be an American.
American.
But at least, all right.
Okay.
Oh, look at we shut the lights
Look,
off.
I shut a light off. There.
Oh, nice. You look so like
You.
legit.
I do. What makes me look legit like this?
Well, the
Lily?
lighting is just so more intimate.
I'd say your hair after the comments.
Yeah, right? Okay, I'm not sure what you do now, but we lit fireworks, and
We said we were going to.
you know what we
so
didn't do? We didn't bring anything to like put these out with, so
We have to wait.
we
yeah,
have
we
to
gotta
wait.
wait and just talk through it.
It
We
is-
do.
It is
Okay,
pretty
so-
amazing. Like, look at that. It's really detailed, like
I know,
stars
there's
at the
star-
end. I've never
literally.
noticed that.
How did
That
they?
is
What
pretty
is
cool.
that, guys?
That's pretty
like,
cool.
is that science?
I'm sure it's some
my
type of
God.
science.
Yes, I'm
No,
sure
I think
it
it's-
is.
I think it's fireworks.
It's over my head, but it's
It
gotta
is
be.
It's not. It's in front of your head.
Well,
It does look like. Why can't I catch them? Why when they come out I can't catch them? Okay, while we figure out what to do with these, we got a great July 4th video for you. It's like a get your day started with the July 4th video. I forget what it's called exactly as mine went out. It's out.
A July 4th.
Welcome. Or
Welcome.
you got it, Gracie. Gracie's, we got somebody new on the computer today, all the way from Illinois. She's running it. Roll that footage, and we'll be right back. Enjoy.
Family, enjoy the freedom that we have. It's going to be great. You know, there's 150 million hot dogs sold every 4th of July. So that's really cool. You know, John Adams in 1777 was the one that said, hey, fireworks, we should shoot fireworks. So, Joy, I don't need to do the. Okay, happy 4th! Happy 4th of July.
All right, and we're back. Okay, we got the sparklers out. We recognized that the audio there was a little low. I told you at the beginning we got a new soundboard, and the individual that was going to help us with the soundboard called in sick today.
That's okay.
It is.
It's giving us like a really great opportunity to stay in the fight.
What you're watching,
Right
what
there.
you can't see is when the cameras are off and we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off. Like,
Not me. Maybe you guys. No, I'm
yeah,
kidding.
you know what? Lily likes summertime because she gets to wear shirts. It cuts off the sleeves, shows the
Oh,
guns.
And I'm still sweating.
But you
so
don't get to see the
nothing
sweat.
fixes it.
That's what I was gonna say. You
Well,
don't see
I
the
just
sweat.
like stay keeping my arms like right by my sides.
Oh, I just
because
figured
you
you
could
didn't
see it. Trust me.
I did. I
know.
just figured you didn't shave your armpits.
No, I do that. But what's
Well-
the point? Because I'm still sweating, so I still need to keep my arms down.
Okay. All right. So we got a quiz for Jay and Joey on the other side of the room about July 4th. We'll see how
All
well
right.
they do. Oh man, I gotta sneeze. Whew. The sparkler got me apparently. Whew. It got me. It tickled my nose.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Wow.
We got it all happen. Happy July
I'm not
4th.
laughing at you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
let's
we got
throw
a
up the
quiz.
first question. Jay, you'll go first.
Play at home with us. Here is your first question. What historical event do most Americans celebrate on July 4th? Jay, is it A, official signing of the Declaration of Independence? Is it B, George Washington's birthday? Is it C, the first shots of the American Revolution? Or is it D, the formal adoption of the Declaration of Independence? What are we
Ooh,
thinking?
that is so
Let's-
tough.
Look at that. Look at that face. Just
Well,
like,
I know
totally
we
focused.
celebrate this day. Can I? What option A and D? Those are very.
Well, you
close.
can't choose two.
They
No,
do
no, but I want to
seem-
understand the difference
They
between
do seem
official
close.
signing
Yeah.
or formal adoption. We
Okay, here's the
celebrate
deal, Jay.
A.
You
We
gotta
celebrate
understand,
A.
Lily's trying to trick all of us in the way she writes the questions.
She's always doing that.
I don't think she knows the answer, but I'm saying we celebrate the official.
Wait,
A.
She doesn't even know
No,
the
I took
answer.
notes.
in the chat, Kyle V says A.
There we go,
Kayla
Kyle.
says D.
I think it's
Ella says A. So there's a
Kayla,
couple.
Lily, you are a beast.
What are you
What
saying,
is it?
Jay?
It's D.
Ah.
What did
Correct.
Jay say?
Woo!
Jay said A.
Yeah.
He said A. It's formal adoption of the Declaration of
Woo!
Independence. Yeah,
All
there's a
right.
I
difference.
actually just
I
read
would've got
about
that
this,
wrong.
and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put that one under dispute as the official.
That's
Yes.
fine. I can
just
show
read
you
about
my
it.
resource
I'll
after.
show you.
Yeah, Lily will show you. It's Wikipedia. Just go
No, it's
change
not.
the
It
answer,
had a
Jay, really
dot-
quick.
No, it was the .org. It was-
Kyle, help
Okay,
me
here
out
we
on
go.
that research.
Let's read the second
All right,
question,
Joey.
Joey.
This one's for you.
All right, let's
Joey,
Here we
this
go.
is yours. Where were fireworks first used in the official 4th of July celebration?
Not the formal.
Where were
Official.
wait? It says where were fireworks, and then it gives dates. A little. Just pay attention to what she's done here.
Oh, it should have said when. My bad.
Oh, okay. I just seen if it was
Not
trying
where,
to.
no,
Okay,
it
A
should've been
1777, B 1812, C 1876, or D 1901. Joey, what do you have to say?
You know,
This one's pretty easy, Joey.
A.
A
1777.
is
Is it A? Can we
Is
see
it
the final
A?
answer? It is A, Joey.
I will
I'm
tell
winning.
You, here you go, Joey. Congress authorized
I take
using
all my comments
fireworks.
back.
Congress authorized using fireworks to help mark the first anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. The celebration, which took place in a certain place, which we might ask about later, also included
Oh,
bonfires.
she didn't give an answer.
Bonfires
Oh.
and bells.
All right, here we go. The next question, Jay. This is it. You can try to tie it up here, Jay. Here is your question, read by the only Lily Weiner.
Which president first held a 4th of July celebration at the White House? Was it A, George Washington, B, John Adams, C, Thomas Jefferson, or D, James Madison?
I have no idea.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go with John Adams though. B.
It sounds good. John Adams, good
And
name.
is he correct?
Is the
Let's
answer B?
Show it. It was
It's
C.
C.
Oh,
Jefferson. Though
man.
John Adams was the first president to
What?
occupy the White House, it was
Oh.
Thomas Jefferson who, on July 4th, 1801, opened the executive mansion to diplomats, civil and military officers, and Cherokee chiefs. The Marine Band performed the President's March, later retitled Hail Columbia, and other patriotic arts.
I don't disagree with that.
Hey,
Well done.
I'm just saying, thank you to everybody playing along in the chat. Good to see you guys putting up your numbers or your letters as well. You're choosing. I don't think many of you are getting it right either, so you're on
These are
team.
hard. This
Think
one-
it's interesting because it's July 4th, and all we know is
we
like
should know.
celebrate, get a day off
This
of work.
next one, though, I think is my favorite because
Joey's gonna get it
we
right.
can
Joey's
all
going
get this
undefeated.
right. If we really think about it, we can all get this right.
Joey, here's your
So give
question.
this one to Joey then.
Ah,
You
this
know,
is
like,
mine.
of course.
Well, it is.
What
mine.
is the estimated number of people living in the 13 colonies on July 4th in 1776?
Let me
2.5 million, 9 million, 15 million, or 30 million? What
You
random
got-
question?
No, you got this. This
Yeah.
is really
Hold on,
I
can you
know this.
put
This is-
can you put it up one more time?
Yeah,
please?
we can
I
do
need
that.
To see,
This is easy.
I need to see the.
Let's
question
put
one
up
more
the
time.
There's
question
only
one more
two
time.
viable choices.
What
up
is the estimated number of people living in the 13 colonies on July 4th in 1776? 2.5 million, 9 million, 15 million, or 30
there? I mean,
million?
we're a country of almost 330 million right now.
Yeah.
Think
Now.
about that.
now.
Now.
We got, people are saying, Ellie,
I'm going B. 9 million.
you will be
Yes.
going with Kyle
Good
V as the
guess.
only one to put B in there as well.
Can I
as
steal?
Kate.
Can I steal this one?
Yes, you can steal, Jay.
No, what?
Yeah.
Well, we
Alright.
need to know if he's right or
Yeah,
not.
that's
Don't give
true.
the answer.
Don't give
but
the
then
answer.
I'll-
Is he
yeah.
right?
All right.
No, he is not.
Oh, for a steal, Jay.
I'm going with A.
A is
The correct answer.
the correct answer.
Oh, he
Yeah!
ties it up.
The estimate of 2.5 million comes from the U.S. Census Bureau.
Okay.
Good job, Jay.
It's a tie.
Yes.
Let's go to the tiebreaker.
All right.
I'm going to read the question, and then you're going to give your answer of true or false, and then if you both are right, well done, stays tied. If not, the Liberty Bell, located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, rings 13 times every Independence Day in honor of the 13 original states. True or false?
Well, how's this tiebreaker work?
Will you just give us your answer if
You
you're
go
right?
first, then
No,
I'm
you
going
go.
to
I
copy.
think
I'll
you
go the
go.
out.
Okay.
I've been there.
I'm gonna say I've been to Pennsylvania, but I haven't read the research on the.
Have you been to... Okay.
I've seen the Liberty Bell.
Okay.
I haven't seen it ring.
We got Ellis saying false. We got Kayla saying true. So they're not helping you out
There's only
either.
one occasion that bell probably should ring.
Tree says false. We got a lot of falses coming in all of a
Well,
sudden.
so there's a lot of false, so I'm saying true.
Okay, Jay, what are you going with?
I'm going false.
All right, let's find out. One of them's coming away as a winner. Who is the winner? What is the answer? Lily's laughing.
True.
True.
Wow.
It's true. It's true. A lot of
Wow.
people in the chat said
See,
false.
I don't
Well
believe
done.
It. I thought it's too damaged to do anything.
I don't think so.
They're scared that it's going to fall apart. even
Yeah.
more.
You know,
It's
I
correct.
actually should...
When's the last time that happened?
I should
Lily?
look back at where my source is from and see when the date was that it was released.
I didn't think the
Yeah.
Liberty Bell. They gotta have a new Liberty Bell because
Yeah,
the Liberty Bell
1937,
cracked.
they quit
Yeah,
doing
it was
that.
correct. Yeah.
They quit
Okay,
ringing it in
interesting.
1937.
Hey, here's the deal.
Nice.
When
Wow.
making
He's trying to gain more points
when
over here.
when building the games, it's whatever's going to be tricky, and we have sources. Doesn't mean it's the right sources. We just have sources. Okay. Thank you, everyone, playing along with us, and we hope you're enjoying your morning with us. We got a great moment for you to really switch gears. We just laughed a little bit. Now we're going to give you a second to just pause and reflect. Maybe you got picnics this afternoon in the United States, or maybe you're finding it hard to celebrate today and you need to pause. We're excited to be able to give you those moments here on this channel. And we're going to start with maybe a song you've never heard in your life before, but the words will be down below. And maybe take the words that are being sung and think about them. Reflect on them, the truths that it could mean for you or it does mean for you. And so we invite you to sing along. We invite you to hum along or read or just take a moment and ask God, will you, over the next few moments, speak to me? Maybe it's the first time you've ever asked God to speak to you. And I think he would be, I'm going to use the word tickled. He'll be tickled. No, can I not use that word? Lil? You just closed your eyes when I said that.
I just think he is so fond of each of you watching, so he will be tickled.
But why did you close
He
your
will be
eyes like and just
excited.
smile when I said
Well,
that?
because it's just I wasn't expecting you to say that word.
Ah!
But I agree with you. He will have a big smile on his face.
So ask him, God, speak to me as you listen to this song. And then we're going to have a discussion. The four of us today are going to talk about something that I think will help you be better at life and your life be better. I'm excited about it. So listen to this and we'll be right back. This is Martin Smith with a bunch of his friends. Enjoy.
Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's worship together, let's sing. Come on. People come together, strangers, neighbors, our blood is one. Children of generations, of every nation, of kingdom come.
up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with breath, repeat the sound. All his children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good love. His name is Jesus. Swing wide, all you heavens. Let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with breath, repeat the sound. All his children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. Swing wide, all you heavens. Let the praise go up as the walls come down. All creation, everything with breath, repeat the sound. All his children, clean hands, pure hearts, good grace, good God. His name is Jesus. And our salvation is in his blood. Jesus, light of heaven, friend forever, his kingdom come.
That song is so good.
Kingdom
I'll read the comments in the
come.
chat from Dan and Kyle and Kayla. Loving on the song. It's so good. Lily picked that one. Great choice, Lil.
Yes,
It's
I
so-
love that song. It amps me up.
It does.
Good.
It's just, it's like one of those anthems that just, if I'm having one of those moments I need to pick me up, that's a song I play. And so, if you want to know who that is Martin Smith, who formerly was part of a band called Delirious. I had the privilege of recording a couple of their concerts in the United States. Great band. Dude can sing. And so we're always excited to bring their material to you all the way from over the pond. And funny, England
England.
on 4th of July.
What about them?
Are you,
I have no idea what you're
What?
about to say.
You know, it's 4th of July. It's England.
What?
What? Like,
What?
this is the whole thing we're celebrating, Lily.
Oh, that we.
We what? We what, Lil?
I
We
don't
what?
want to. I just
I don't
don't
want
that
to.
That we
became
what?
Independent.
Of what?
Of them.
Who's them?
England.
Oh, are you sure?
No.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah. Okay. So, Jay off camera did look up some information that we might need to correct. Jay, what do you have for us about the Liberty Bell?
Well, I'm fine. And like Lily does a lot of work, and I'm
Oh,
fine
don't
with the way it
you?
went down. I'm pretty good with
Oh.
my own research. We don't have to go back, but if we want to go there, apparently the bell hasn't rung since 1915, and 18 something. And the clapper, the thing inside it that makes it ring. Can I use my just look it up again?
Yeah, he'll look it back up. Nonetheless, what we're saying is Lily's
1915,
information.
this clapper's been immobilized. The thing that rings the bell.
Yes.
And
Now
where
there
you-
is a discrepancy. They have taken a mallet and hit it, so maybe they still hit it
13
that way.
times.
Well, I don't think so, because they said they recorded the sound just so they can have the authentic sound. But I'm
Oh,
pretty
so maybe
sure
they play it.
maybe they
Maybe.
play
They
what they've
play it.
recorded. I
Maybe
would
they
love for the
act
bell
like
to
they're
ring.
doing
It's
it.
a great symbolic deal and all that stuff, but I
is.
don't think that it's rung for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jay, for the clarification. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to do a conversation today. We're going to grab a thought from author Paul, who wrote a book to a bunch of athletes training in one of the earliest training facilities way back in ancient Greek time where they were training for the Greek Olympics. It's in a city or a province called Corinth. Paul writes a bunch of letters to athletes training there to inspire them past the athleticism of the physical. And so we're going to read some of those things. We're going to talk about those things. And I'm going to quickly go over the resume of those in the room. I think I'm in the presence of some great athletes. On the other side of the studio, you got Joey and Jay. Both played at a high level in college. Joey in football and basketball, and Jay in basketball at North Carolina.
So cool.
Which
so cool.
I like to say North Carolina, give you long enough to go, whoa, the North Carolina, but it was North Carolina, right? It was North Carolina, Pembroke, Jay, is that correct?
Yeah, just slightly south.
Oh, so not the Tar Heels.
Location and division.
Oh, you got me, Scott.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying, but he played,
I
Jay
played a little
scored.
stickball too. I
surprised
played a little
Lily-
baseball back in the day.
You're surprised Lily knew about the Tar Heels?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Jay. Joey.
Seriously.
I lived out east for a while, so
Okay,
Oh.
I know,
So-
I know the teams.
those two are high athletic guys. Like, we don't have time to go into their whole resume, but it's impressive. It's so cool to do life with them. And then you got Lily, who is probably the most athletic in the room.
No college athlete here.
But she can do backflips, and
stronger
she's
than
really
all.
bendy, and she can lift a lot of weight.
I'm really bendy.
Well, yeah, you're a gymnast, right? Isn't that where you started? That's what.
I just was reminded of something that I saw yesterday.
But you can do big backflips. So can you do a backflip right now?
Yeah.
But we're not gonna. We don't have time
Oh.
for that.
Weightlifters are also really bendy. Did you know that?
Yes, not really. I think that's
It's true.
anti.
Second most flexible.
I
And
think
Stop
it all
it.
depends on what type of weightlifting.
Oh, I believe it because of the mobility it takes to
Got it.
bend.
Okay, so there you go. Things that you didn't think you'd hear today: bendy and tickle. And so it's
Or
just a
tickle
good.
me, Elmo.
It's a good. Yeah, thank you for the
Yeah.
tickle me Elmo comment in the chat. So good, made us smile here as well. We love reading your chats. Okay, so we're jumping into author Paul's book that you can find in the Bible. If you can go get about, you can download it. It's free. You can download that app. Any app store, doesn't matter your device, or you can go get paperback versions of the Bible. If you don't have a paperback version and you would like one, text the number that Lily's going to recite to you so that you can, and we'll mail you a paperback Bible. I think everyone should have one. Lily, what's the number?
651-276-8797.
Okay, write that down.
I'll ship it to you myself.
She will do it. She's going to say it one more time. Give the number.
651-276-8797.
Okay, that number, text that. We will, with your address, and we'll send you a Bible. And in that Bible, you'll find the book that is 2 Corinthians. That's the books that Paul wrote to the Corinthians. Okay, so we're going to read part of 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24, and then we're going to talk about it. So here's what it says. I think we'll throw it on the screen. Do you not know that in a race all runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Okay, here's the first question to all of us as I read that. Paul is talking to people training for a prize. You know, they're trying to win the Olympics. And so my question to us to kick it off today is how do we measure our training? Like when we're talking about that, like how do we measure that in a day? When you read this, you know, runners run, but only one gets the prize. Run in such a way to get the prize. What is Paul trying to encourage us to do right here? And don't get ahead of us. You guys want to get ahead because you know the next part. Stay in the moment right here. Run in such a way to get the prize. Jay, what is Paul trying to say here?
Yeah, I think first a couple things really quick, but it's in a moment. You're preparing for this, so you're running in such a way. There's something out there worthwhile, a prize that you're going for. So that's the one thing, right? Okay, I'm going to do something about trying to attain this thing off in the distance. I think the second thing is it brings everything into focus. So if I'm gonna run in a way to win, then all of my decisions, all my thought process, you know, from getting up to going to bed, and it can sound exhausting, but it also brings a lot of clarity. Like if I'm gonna run just to participate, then there's probably less clarity on how I train and what I do and what I put into my body, all that kind of stuff, right? Rest and all that. But if I'm running to win, it really focuses the rest of my life and brings some clarity. So those are the things I think of. Like if you're gonna launch out and try to do this, then it's a pretty specific act of what you're actually trying to accomplish.
And I think as Jay's talking about there, what you can, like you're looking for the theme of the day, what are you doing with the 24 hours you're given? And this is something that's been on my mind because we're getting ready to film a 24-hour race. We're going to do something very epic. We're not ready to talk about it fully yet, but we're presenting the question in the video series, what are you doing with your 24 hours? Do you just wake up and go, oh, I don't know, I'm unmotivated? Or are you waking up every day with purpose, with I have something I'm going after? As Jay's talking, I watched Lily in different seasons of her CrossFit career where she gets really ramped up and you eat right and you drink a lot of protein, right? Like you just get things dialed in when you're doing the open because you want to compete well, right, Lil?
Yeah, you're right.
You wake up with purpose.
Yeah.
But when it's over, what do you tend to do? And this is what we all tend to do, but as I'm kind of throwing you under the bus here, what do you tend to do?
It's okay. I think there's a time for everything, and there's a season throughout the year where I train for competitions that happen every week for 5 weeks. And so it's a lot of time that is put in for something that if I'm not intentional about on the front end, it's like, what's the point of even doing this? So it's when Jay was talking about what he was saying, it reminded me of like, in those 5 weeks, if I'm doing something that's way off kilter, it doesn't even make sense. Even an outsider would be like, Lily, why would you do this now? It's not pointing toward my goal. It's not pointing toward what I'm hoping to achieve. And so I think in this chat today, it's like, well, all of us have goals, and yours might not be physical, yours might not be to become the best college athlete, but you have goals. And if you're doing something that's really random, and hopefully you have people in your life that can point that out, I think it's good to take an inward look at that and think, maybe I shouldn't do that.
I think when Lily's talking about that, or we were talking about her, she's got purpose at points, and this is true for me when I train for Ironman or running 100 miles, which I'm trying to train for. I am training for the fall. Purpose changes daily. Like, what am I doing? What am I putting in to accomplish the goal? But she said there's seasons. And Paul begins to go, after he talks about kind of setting us up as athletes, okay, we get that there's seasons in life to train and go. But then he goes, everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training, and they do it to get a crown that will not last. But we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Okay, now he's setting it up going, hold on, there's more purpose to this than the open or a 100-mile race or to win rings. There's more purpose to this. It's more than just, okay, I just get to that goal and then I'm good. Because Joey, what happens when you just get fixed on one goal? What happens? Maybe you've experienced it in your career as an athlete. You go as a team or as an individual, we're going after this. Are you satisfied in those moments, or are you left after a few days wanting something else? What do you know about that, Joey?
Yeah, I think you're not satisfied with the prize. And I've been part of teams where the prize that we wanted to win was a championship. And I was fortunate enough to play on 2 teams that won 2 national championships playing football. But what I noticed was I was super happy and super excited for like 2 days. And we celebrated, but then that feeling, that emotion goes away. It's like you're super high, and then it's just like it's over. And those 2 national championship rings, they just sit in a box. So it's not eternal like Jesus. He's eternal, and so we need to satisfy our soul with something else, not just accomplishments and things and yeah.
Right. But so you brought in during camp last week or 2 weeks ago, you brought in the championship rings you have, and the box is really cool. And I just wondered, where do you put those at home? Are they in display somewhere? Do you bring everyone that comes to your house the first time, look at my championship rings that I won years ago? Like, are they on display, or
No.
where do you put them?
Funny you asked that. We had camp last week, and I was like, maybe I should bring these in to show the kids. And it was literally in my closet, under some clothes, in a box, and so they were put away, and yeah, they were
Right, but
probably dusty.
it doesn't knock down what you did to get there. It's just we put so much value in the trophies in those moments that we think that when we get there we're going to be fulfilled. I read an article about the Olympians that as the Olympians get their gold medals, especially those that actually do get gold medals and silver medals in place, they go after 1 week, 2 weeks, and they get to go to the late night talk shows and show their medals. But after that, they slip into a lot of them slip into depression, because now it's like, now what? What now? What do I need to do? How do I fulfill something? And I think a lot of us, if we're all honest, we all slip into depression and anxiety because we are running after stuff, and we get it, and we think, yes, I'm going to be fulfilled with this degree, and you should get degrees. And I'm going to be fulfilled with my bank account with money in it, and you should have bank accounts with money in it. You should pursue life, and you should be the best version of you can be. This isn't a conversation about being lazy. No. We need to honor God in the way we live and pursue life. And we talk about unlocking our God-given greatness here, finding out what's inside us. Those things all need to happen. But it's in a different mindset of those things when it's driven into, but I'm chasing after something that lasts forever. I'm not going after the temporary stuff, the trophies, the rings, the medals. We're going into training to do something more than just get what everybody else is after. I don't know. There's a toy that my kids played with that it's I don't know what it's called, but it's a round shaped deal, and then on it has different shapes. It has squares, triangles, circles, and you're trying to put the right circle in the circle, the square in the square, and you try to put a triangle in the square, it won't go in. And I think a lot of times in our lives we have a hole in our heart that can only be filled with God, and we try to fill it with all the other things in the world, success, promotions, relationships. Hey, if as long as I'm not single, I feel good about myself. And that's where we find ourselves not being content or fulfilled, because we keep trying to fill our lives with what God's like, no, I want that spot. I actually designed you with that hole in your heart for me to fill. And as long as you keep trying all these other things, you will find yourself wanting more. Funny thing about appetites is that as you keep feeding an appetite, it gets more hungry. You ever notice that, Lily? You ever go through a season where you eat lots and you just,
Oh yeah.
I want to eat more and
Why
more?
am I still hungry?
Yeah,
Yes.
because the appetite still wants more.
Yeah.
You have to be able to stop what you're doing. You got to cut it off. And so when Paul writes, everyone competes in the games, goes into strict training. They do get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. So he's talking about us as humans. We're supposed to be training. So Jay, when he's talking about training, what is he talking about? What kind of training are we supposed to do as humans? Because he didn't break this down and go, those that follow Jesus, this is for you. He's talking about people in general. He's talking about the training for us, if it's not necessarily lifting weights or getting ourselves physically fit. What's he trying to allude to, Jay?
Yeah, that's a great question. My attempt to throw an answer at that would say that competition is actually means striving together. So it's learning to lift each other up in the midst of that competitive arena. So whether if we're all out here racing, or you're doing a one-wheel race, yeah, somebody's going to win. All of you are trying to win, but as you pursue that prize together, hopefully the idea is everyone is lifted up and they overcome challenges they never would have overcome. And so when you say anxiety and depression, there's actually research out there would suggest, okay, we have more today in this country, at least, we have more today than we've ever had, but yet we have higher levels of depression and anxiety. So that tells you right there, hey, I can pursue all the stuff that I want and still be amazing to win 2 national championships, but to still go, what's that hole look like, and what should I try to put in it? And I think the reason that occurs is God has already wired that in us. There's purpose inside of us. And as we say, man, I'm running after that and training for that way off in the distance, it's actually the journey to it. So when we make a decision and say, I'm going for it, it's all the things we run into. In our culture, not necessarily super excited about pain, but pain actually can grow us and lead us to new things and overcoming challenges and taking pivots. And all that stuff occurs because we make a decision to say, I'm pursuing that thing out in the distance. Here's the catch, I think, is all that we're looking at, not all that. A lot of times what we're looking at, and the only thing we're looking at, is in the natural. And for us to be whole as people, and if we believe that there's something inside of us, God wired something in us that is beyond the natural reward, money, fame, cars, whatever it might be, right? Not that those are bad, it just means there's more. And when we get that and that shifts, and the relationships along the way and how we know God, who we know him to be, and who we know us to be through his eyes, that's the game changer. Now, on the journey, I can pursue something great and actually attain it or not attain it and still understand who God is and who I am in both of those moments and have joy and have peace and have felt like, man, I really went after it. So to me, it's saying, look, it's not all the natural stuff that we pursue. There's actually something else that makes us whole that we're missing when all we do is go after the prize that we see or understand here on the world.
Yeah, I love where you talked about competing is striving together, right? Isn't that what you said, Jay?
Yeah,
I think that's a perfect illustration of what Paul's trying to say here. He's like, look, individuals train for rings and trophies, but if we as a group get focused, how do I help everyone get better? Not how do I compete against them? How do I beat Lily down to make myself look better? And that's some of the things that's unique with us as a group. Yeah, we will one-wheel race all day. But at the end of the day, we're still trying to lift Lily up and Joey up, and we still are encouraging each other to go and be the best version of us. And that's what we want to invite you into, is be the best version of you. Like, if you're sitting at home going, man, I really need to get fit, then get fit. Like, being fit, I think, helps you be the best version of you. I really do. And we'll all say that. When we are fit, we feel great. When we take seasons off because of injury or whatever, we miss feeling fit because that gives us the energy to keep going after it. And so may we compete together. May we inspire one another to be the best that we can be, to unlock our God-given greatness. Author Paul continues, he goes, therefore I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it a slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize. Okay, so Paul, he really gets really descriptive there. He talks about, listen, if all we pursue are trophies and rings, and that's okay, pursue those things. We all love those things. That's not what we're about. But we want those. I think sometimes those are metrics for us to see. How are we doing? We are getting better. But may you take the same discipline that's inside pursuit of those and get better. Read your Bible. Pray. Show up here where we can inspire you to be the best version you can be. We're not doing this like, Lily, I know this is going to be odd, but will you show us what it looks like to fight the air?
Sure.
This is what it looks like to fight the air.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Wait, can we go to like the full shot of me?
She wants to, oh man,
Yeah.
she's going to get
Like,
into it.
okay, do you see a punching bag in front of me?
I do not, Lily.
No. Okay, so this is what it looks like.
Yes, yeah. Okay, even the sound effects help
like
us.
the
Thank you,
uppercut.
Lily. The sound effects.
I actually think that's exactly what Paul was writing about right there. He had
Yes.
that pictured right
Shadow
there.
boxing right there.
Yeah, so you're doing all this. You're just flailing. You know, I just picture just this whirlwind of just punches and doing that. You walk in going, what good is that individual
What are
doing?
you doing?
Yeah, like you're just going to scratch your head. And Paul's trying to say, when we pursue the things that all the world says, popularity, money, follows on Instagram, all those things, when we pursue those solely to be satisfied, it's looking crazy. Now, if you're using those things to be able to help reach other people, you want tons of followers on Instagram so you can point them to Jesus. You want tons of resources so you can resource other people to reach people. You want to win the trophy at the end of the race so you can tell people about Jesus. See, that shifts it. It's a shift in our attention. But he goes, he doesn't want to be disqualified. He doesn't want to be called a hypocrite. He wants to be someone that is known as a follower of Jesus. And that's true of us in this room. And what we want to do is invite you into a relationship with Jesus. It really is simple to start and then gets complicated in the fact that, boy, now I have to let go of things I once held on to that I really like. That's where it's complicated because that's the tough bit. It's simple in that, do you believe Jesus is God's one and only Son? Do you believe that? If you answer yes, then why are you not being a follower of Jesus? Because that's a game changer. If you say, no, I don't believe Jesus is the follower, or Jesus is God's one and only Son, okay, that's okay. We give you permission to figure that one out. But if you're saying I believe he is, then you need to turn away from the things you know you no longer should be doing and pursue God. Stop punching the air and now pursue God. And when we pursue God and we're collectively doing it together and we're saying, God, make me better at life and my life better, God's going to come and go, okay, that attitude, we got to change it. We got to change that selfishness there. We've got to change the way you look at the opposite sex. We've got to change the things you watch. That's not God being controlling. It's God says, I know how I created you and how you best function. And so when we say, I believe Jesus is God's one and only Son, and then we ask forgiveness of the things we've done wrong, we turn our back on those things and now pursue God as our Lord and Savior, game changer. And so we invite you to do that. And hang around here and we'll give you every week more and more. Hopefully God speaks to you. And so I want to pray really quick and then we'll switch gears here. But my next few moments is I hope you have a conversation with God going, okay, God, I know what I need to do to not just punch the air. Maybe God spoke to you and you're like, I have a to-do list now. That's okay. That's the point. That's how God makes us better at what we're doing. Jesus, we thank you for the opportunity to hang out digitally. We thank you for those that are in the chat, playing the games with us, laughing with us. Thank you that we live in a country, as messy as it is, and we thank you we get to live where we do. And we are grateful to be in this country. We ask that we'd use us to change the United States and the world, that we would continue to point people to you. And those that have been filling their lives with all the wrong things, may today be the catalyst to put the right things in. And those that are making a change from I didn't believe God sent Jesus down on a cross to now I believe, may they become followers of Jesus and change their lives forever. God, we absolutely love you. In your name, amen. Thank you guys for hanging with us. We want to end in a special way here in a second. But before we do that, we do want to give you guys an opportunity to give. We don't do this because we want your money. We don't do this because we have to. We here talk about the whole Bible and talk about what Jesus has to say about giving. And he talks about giving. It's the first step of obedience. Like, I trust you with my health, but not my resources. This is a way to exercise that trust muscle with God. We are not, again, this is between you and God. This is not me going, hey, I want your money. We make it really easy. You can text the word unlock to the number 77977, and you can give there. It'll walk you through on how to do that. Let's put that number up one more time for you. You can text this number. Walk through the steps. Thank you for everyone's generosity. You are helping us because in turn we do use those resources to do things digitally. Soon we're going to start doing ads for this channel to grow Unlock Church on YouTube. We're really stoked on doing that. Imagine people around the world coming in and hanging after a one-wheel race. It'll be so special. So thank you those that partner with us in that and give your resources. Thank you for those that are here every week. We love hanging with you. Now, we're going to sign off in a special way. Lily, are you old enough to know that there was a time that TV at like midnight
just shut
off? It went black. It went
No,
fuzzy.
I'm not old enough to know about that.
Because TV for you have always played.
It's just always played.
Jay, are you old enough to remember where the national anthem was played at the end of television broadcast?
Yes, I am.
And they played the American flag blue, right?
Yep.
Wow.
And then
Picture of the American flag, national anthem, and then
That is so cool.
it went to the bars and beeping or fuzz.
Fuzz, right.
Fuzz.
Yeah, that's how they signed off.
We need to bring that back.
So we're bringing it back today. We have a special guest playing the national anthem on the saxophone. We filmed it yesterday on our lake, and the mics didn't pick up. The neighbors came out as it was played on the saxophone, and they just clapped and applauded.
Wow.
It was really cool.
That's awesome.
Chills everywhere when we were filming it. But Holly's dad, Jay's dad, played the saxophone. We filmed it, and we're going to end like this. When it's over, this is over. And we thought we'd sign off today on July 4th with this video for you. We hope you enjoy this. Have a safe 4th of July here in the United States. Everybody else, have a safe 4th of July, but you might not be lighting fireworks off. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for everybody hanging with us. We love you. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy this video.